Zimbabwe's presidential inauguration won't be held today as scheduled. The inauguration of ZANU-PF leader Emmerson Mnangagwa was suspended following a court ruling. Presidential candidate Nelson Chamisa lodged a complaint to challenge the presidential results. The opposition MDC claims it has proof the recent elections were rigged. The ceremony cannot proceed until the court matter is dealt with. Mnangagwa won the elections just over 50% votes, while Chamisa came second with 44%. President Cyril Ramaphosa was expected to attend the ceremony. Earlier, we had in studio Economic Reform Assembly President Amos Dangwa.
We have in studio ERA President Mr. Amos Dangwa. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us here on Afro World View.
Morning, Okalia. I'm happy to be on the studio, giving me a chance to speak about the situation in Zimbabwe. Yes. Actually, it's a good thing which has actually happened when Chamisa is filed and the MDS Alliance has filed this court challenge. And, you know, it's been long overdue for Zimbabwe, I can safely say. When you look at the history of ZANU-PF, you look at the way even Mnangagwa has actually been running the whole political thing. It's one of the things which has to be addressed actually as Africans. Because when you look at the situation in Kwekwe, where Mnangagwa has been the MP before, he has been the one who has been buying gold from all the gold panners, all the, you know, the illegal gold panners. He directs the market. So at the end of the day, we are putting a president who is actually, you know, as corrupt as ever. So at this particular moment, I think the filing of this particular issue, it exposes some of the weaknesses which ZANU-PF has within themselves.
But let's talk about Nelson Chamisa's allegations and the fact that he says he has proof that the elections were rigged. Do we have details as to what this proof is? Well,
it's only the V11 which have actually been. See, the issue with the court issue, you cannot reveal all your details before you go to court, because you are actually making your opponent aware of what you intend to do. So in this particular case, it was okay for him to wait until the last minute, and then he can reveal that information. So he has a case. I was one of the victims of, when I went to Zim, I specifically drove to Zim to vote. And when I got to the area which I had been given to vote from, I found that my name was not within that area. So when I was driving back, that's when I'm told that my details were within another area, which was actually what was named Njube. So I'm saying the transparency in the way the whole thing was done, there is no transparency. And you know, when you look at the margins, Mnangagwa winning in Matabeleland, where he has actually been accused of killing over 20,000 people, it doesn't make sense.
Let's unpack the elections and incidences that unfolded. I mean, there was the killing of 6 people after the elections took place. But what sort of other instances took place that could maybe have raised questions as to the legitimacy and the fairness of the elections?
I mean, if you have won your elections, why fight the people? That's one. It's actually a big question. Why fight the people? If you have won, you just need to declare yourself to say that I've won. And you don't have to fight the people to say stop demonstrating. You need to be very. If you are saying you are in New Zimbabwe, why then do you need to fight your own people? You start off, you know, this and putting on soldiers and all that stuff. We are a country which is being governed by the soldiers as we speak right now. They are the ones. When you look at it, Mnangagwa, there is a track which is actually here in South Africa, which is done for entertainment. That track, it's paid for. You know, it charges over 150,000 a day. That truck has been in Zimbabwe for celebrations of Mnangagwa since, 3 months back. Up until now, it's still in Zimbabwe. So why are you declaring yourself? You are already anticipating that you are going to win when you get to the elections. You've already hired a truck which you are paying over 150,000 a day for that particular 3 months. It doesn't make sense. So the whole issue is it was all pre-planned, this whole thing. It was just a matter of authenticizing the whole process to say ZANU-PF is the one which is now which has won the elections. So the way these guys run their elections, the way Chiwenga is making follow-ups while he's a general, it doesn't make sense.
So Mnangagwa, let's chat a little bit about what happens now in the interim, because the president was meant to be inaugurated today, which is Sunday. It's not happening now. It has been postponed. Has details been provided as to when this will take place? Is the court proceedings going to be allowed to be completed? Is Zimbabwe without a president in the interim? What happens now?
From my understanding, I'm not really quite sure on the court procedurals, especially in the terms of governing of a country. So we just have to wait to hear what the court has to say, and then we take it from there. But at this particular moment, I think since he was the president, maybe he's going to continue acting. I'm not quite sure about the legalities concerning that. Yes.
And it's obviously just your view and your opinion at this stage, but how strong do you think the MDC's case is in this regard?
It should be very strong. Considering that they have to hire Dalimpofu and a number of other, lawyers from other regions, it actually shows that they have got a very strong case. They had a case in 2008, but the issue is Changirai didn't have enough evidence. I think at this particular moment, the fact that Chamisa is on his side as Mugabe, which was not officially said, but I think the division between within ZANU-PF is the one which is causing that particular leakages of information. So I believe he's got a strong case, because there are some elements in ZANU-PF which are not happy about the leadership of Mnangagwa. So I should believe there is a real good case on this.
Okay, Amos, thank you very much for your time this morning. We appreciate you speaking to us here on Afro Worldview and sharing the information that you could with us.
Oh.
Thank you for your time. That was Amos Mnangagwa. He's chatting to us about the inauguration of the Zimbabwean president that was meant to take place today, Sunday, but a court order and challenge has now been brought forward by the leader of the MDC, Nelson Chamisa, who's disputing those election results. But stay tuned to Afro Worldview for further discussions and debates on this topic.